Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to create a family tree together. So I'm going to go on over to my elements section, and you can see I've already got some trees selected, but all you need to do is come into the search box and just type tree, or you can type apple tree. You can go into graphics, at least that's what I prefer, and you can search for a tree that you want to use. I'm just going to go back out because I do have some trees I want to use. This is the first one I want to use. This is an apple tree if you are looking for the same type of tree. And I like this particular tree because it's got apples in it, but your tree doesn't have to have apples. I'm going to, like some of my other videos, create a couple of different designs, and I want you to tell me which one you like the best. And you can vote in the comments. So I'm going to use this tree this time, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go over back to my elements section, and I'm going to search for an apple. It could be any apple, and I'm going to go into graphics and I'm going to search for an apple. So I use this one right here, and I'm going to make it a little bit smaller and place it randomly on my space. And of course, you can make the apples as large as you want. Just stagger the locations of the apples. So I'll leave it like this for now. Now, obviously, if you've got more people in your family tree, then you'll want to make the apples smaller so that you can fit more on your tree. And if you want, you can also just place the apples right on top of the black apples as well. I'm now going to go over to my elements section. I'll go to my frames, and I'm just going to place a circle frame on my workspace. Let me make this a little bit larger just so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to grab it and just place it right on top of my apple like this. Now this is the first kind of option that I have, and I'm just going to stagger these around on various apples. Now, if you have pictures of your family members, now is the time to come over to Uploads and upload your files, or you can drag and drop them onto the workspace and then drag them into those frames. I don't have any photos to upload, so I'm just going to go to Elements and I'm going to search for some profile pictures. And I'll go into Photos, and I'll just grab a couple of photos and I'll just start to place them. Now, if you have to modify the pictures, maybe they're not sitting properly, you can double click and then you can kind of slide them back and forth, or you can make them bigger like this. If your image is too small to fit in the circle, then you'll have to make your image a little bit larger. And you can do that by selecting your image, going to Edit, and then using an option called Magic Expand. And if you need to do that, I'll just place a link to a video that'll give you more information on how to do that. I'm going to go back to Elements, and I'm going to place another photo on my workspace because this is going to be my second option. So here I have an image, and I'm going to place it right up here to this, closer to this apple here. And I'll make that a little bit smaller like this. Oops. And I'll just try and kind of size it so that it's gonna fit in that apple nicely. I'm gonna go to my apps section and I'm gonna search for a blending app. I'll press enter. This is the one that I want to use, and I want to use the radial option. So I'll click the radial option. Here it is right here. I'm going to just make the circle a little bit smaller because I want it to kind of be in the apple, or limited to the apple, like this. All right, and over here, I'm just going to increase the strength a little bit more so that I can see that face real clearly. And you can move the circle around. You can play around with the size as well to get your preferred image using the Image Blender app. I'm going to save that image, and that is kind of my second option for creating the apple as one of your family members. And we can just repeat this process for the rest of the apples, but I'm not going to repeat it. I'm just going to, kind of duplicate and move it along. Now, my third option, which I want to share with you, I'm going to come up to my elements section. I'm going to close the search bar here, and I'm going to go into shapes. Now, if we search shapes for an apple, we are not going to find an apple, but we do have this option to generate shapes. So I'm going to click generate, and it's going to generate an apple for me, which is a fantastic new addition that Canva has added. So I'm really happy about that. So here are some apples that we can use in our design. I'm going to grab this one right here and place it on my workspace. So here it is right here. Now, of course, I'm not going to use this like this. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go into an app called Frame Lab. This is what it looks like right here. And I'm actually going to create a frame out of this apple. So with that shape selected, and it knows that I've selected it, it's right here, I'm going to click on it, and it's going to place it on my workspace. So that's what that would look like. Now let's move this out of the way for a second, and I'm going to grab this and just make it smaller. And I'll just replace that apple that was there with this one right here. Now with Frame Labs, you'll notice that on the toolbar, we don't have the option to add borders, but we can do it in app by modifying these selectors right here. So we can grab our shape and we can change the color of the border, and we can just say, how thick of a border we want. So I'm gonna leave it at 5, and I'll click on the apple again to add that frame with the border on it. I don't need this apple anymore, so I'm just going to get rid of that. And that's another option that we have. And then we can stick a photo right in there and customize that apple frame. Now we can also go back to the elements section and search for a frame that is the shape of an apple. So I'm just going to click on frames, and I'll search for apple. And here is an apple. From here, we can also add a border, and we can change that border color to red. And so this is another option as well that we have. And then you can place your family member inside that frame as well. So if you don't like this type of an apple shape, you can go ahead and create your own and add that border to it. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller, and we're going to add some text. So here is the text. Not sure why it landed like that, but I'm going to put that here. And in here, I'm going to type the Addams family, because this is the Addams family tree. And I'll place this right over here. And I am really loving a font called Luxurious these days. So let's use the Luxurious font. This is what it looks like right here. I'm going to make that a little bit larger, like this. And I'll just put that right there. Let's add a line. And I'm going to bring this line right down here. Now I can't see that line, so I'm going to change the color of the line to black. And I'm just going to extend that line like this. And my line moved. I don't know why, but anyhow. So that is what that is looking like right now. I'm going to take a copy of this page and let's see what this looks like with a different type of tree. So I'm going to go back to Elements. I'm going to go into my recently used, and I'm going to grab a tree that I used previously. So I'll get rid of my tree there. And I'm going to place this tree right here on my workspace. So this is another option for a tree that you can use. And I'm just going to go to Position and Layers, and I'm going to move that tree all the way to the back. Okay. So that is the other tree. Now, if I had a tree like this and I want to place the name of the family in the roots or in the middle of the roots, what I would do is I would grab a rectangle and I would just place that right down there. I would extend it. I would make that white to blend in with the background. And then I would grab my text. I would go to Position and Layers if it's sitting underneath other layers, and I would bring it to the top. And I would bring that line to the top as well. And now I'll just grab those two and I'll move them up like that. So that is another option for you. Now let's take a look and see how many of the different Apple options we had. I'm going to place a rectangle on my workspace. I'm going to change this rectangle to blue, or sorry, I'm going to make it transparent, but I'm going to add a border. So I'll come up here and I'll change that border to a light blue like that. I'm going to make it a little bit thicker so that we can just analyze all the different apples that we created. So here was one of the apples. Here is another type with that blended image. Here is another one, that's the apple frame. This is just the frame that we created with the shape without the border. And then this is the apple that we created with the shape with a border. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different types of apple frames that we created. Which style do you like best? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Let me know down in the comments. Now you can go ahead and you can add names in here as well using the same concept as the family name by just placing a white rectangle in behind the name and then typing the name out. Now keep in mind that this is not transparent. With that label there, it's not transparent. So if you want this design to be totally transparent, then what you'll need to do is you'll need to download it, re-upload and remove the background. Anyhow, that is it for today's tutorial. If you like this tutorial, if you learned anything, press that like button, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on. My YouTube paid members will receive a copy of this template as well as my Facebook Hub subscribers. So if you are one of those, watch out for the community post specifically for you on YouTube or in my Facebook Hub. If you want to learn more about my live classes, let me know in the comments and I'll give you more information. All right, guys, for now, I'll say bye-bye until next time.